Donald Trump is the first president in U.S. history to cut off SNAP benefits to people in America. So as of the end of next week, SNAP benefits are going to be frozen. They go away, and that affects millions and millions of people in America and certainly in Massachusetts. We're currently evaluating what we can do. Obviously, it's a time to give as much as you can to our food pantries who do a wonderful job. I'll be meeting with my anti-hunger strike force that I stood up a while ago to talk more with them about what we can do to feed families here. But it's unbelievable. The first time in American history that a president during a shutdown has cut off food to families. That's what's happening right now. It's a choice that Donald Trump is making. He can choose to reverse that. I strongly urge him to do so. Don't take food away from people. Don't take food off the table of Americans.
Massachusetts, obviously run by Democrats, Democratic Governor Maura Healey. This is clearly a response to what Donald Trump's government has been doing. I mean, this right now is on the USDA's website. I know a lot of you have talked about this. It has this message right here that blames Senate Democrats for not funding the food stamp program, also known as SNAP. And then this message continues to lie and says that Democrats want to hold out for healthcare for illegal aliens and gender mutilation procedures rather than reopen the government and give people SNAP. And the Trump regime has done this across all their websites. I mean, this is the Department of Housing and Urban Development. They have this page right here that says the radical left in Congress shut down the government, blah, 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 blah. And so while I don't like seeing these messages on any websites, even state websites, it's nice to see that Democrats are fighting back and are playing by the same set of rules that Republicans are laying out.
Hello guys, Massachusetts is not joking this time around. Governor Maura Healey and the state officials are not missing words at all. They are pointing directly at the president. You heard me right. They are pointing directly at President Donald Trump for all the things that have been happening in this country. On the official state website page, they made a post and sent a message accusing Trump of refusing to fund the SNAP benefits, even though he has the funds to do so. The state warns that unless Trump reverses the course, SNAP payments to low-income earners and household families with children will be cut off entirely, not just this year but for the years coming. So guys, while we diving straight into the video, if today is your first time of coming across this video, do well to subscribe to our channel. Tell us what you think about this particular video in the comment section. Please like and share the video to help the channel out.
So Massachusetts just did what the federal government wouldn't dare. Well, it told the truth. Their official SNAP benefits website literally names Trump and the Republicans as the reason food assistance might not be delivered on time, okay? After Trump's latest Hatch Act violation. Well, I think that's a great retaliation. Look at it. That's not partisan, that's called accountability, okay? For years, Republicans have slashed social programs while pretending to protect taxpayers. Now they're breaking laws and starving the poorest Americans in the process. And for once, a state didn't sugarcoat it. I like it, you know? We need more of this kind of honesty, because when politicians weaponize hunger, well, silence is complicity. But you tell me what you think.
We have some news right now after the Trump administration violated the Hatch Act and blamed Democrats on the USDA website for SNAP benefits running out. Massachusetts on their SNAP site is now blaming Donald Trump. And this doesn't violate the Hatch Act. Hatch Act is federal. This is a state situation. This is what the Massachusetts website looks like right now. President Trump is currently choosing to not issue November SNAP benefits that help you and many families put food on the table. You may also have your benefits cut starting in November because of changes congressional Republicans and President Trump enacted in the One Big Beautiful Bill. Now, when Massachusetts residents go to learn more about their SNAP benefits, they will learn that Donald Trump and congressional Republicans are preventing them from getting them. This is in response to the U.S. Department of Agriculture literally using its website to violate the Hatch Act likely and blame Democrats for the SNAP benefits expiring. So we'll see if more states do this. Spread the word. As always, follow along, stay up to date on all the news that you need to know about. More to come.
Hey, it's Joe from Georgia. So congratulations to the state of Massachusetts. They went out today and on their nutrition assistance program benefits page, they blamed the president for the shutdown and why people won't be getting their SNAP benefits. And the reason that they did this is because our federal government has went on the federal page and blaming Democrats for causing SNAP benefits to be cut for November. Now, of course, we know it's because of the government shutdown, and they just don't want to do their job as far as the Republicans go, because, by the way, there's a $5 billion fund that would actually fund those SNAP benefits for people. And it's called an emergency fund, which could last for a while. But they won't do it. They want people to feel the pain, and they want to blame the Democrats. Well, the people in Massachusetts, they went on their side, and they told the truth. This is the Republicans' shutdown, folks. This is the Republicans who don't want people to have food to eat. So here we go. The Hatch Act, not violated by the state of Massachusetts either, because it's a state program, whereas federal government, that violates the Hatch Act because it is a federal program. And if
Well, you Massachusetts Democrats have done it now. Your governor has posted on the food stamp website that it's all Donald Trump's fault that you're not getting your stamps in November. And she even went on to say that because of that big, beautiful bill, that a lot of y'all are not going to qualify unless you get your ass off the couch and go get a fucking job. So Donald Trump responded that if they make it through the month of November without any USDA help, then he knows that the food stamp recipients in Massachusetts was getting twice as many stamps as what they needed, and he's going to cut the USDA funding in half. I wonder if they'll be eating steaks and lobsters now.
The state of Massachusetts is pushing back against the Trump administration and blaming the president for SNAP benefits not going out on November 1st. Now, this is on the state website. President Trump is currently choosing to not issue November SNAP benefits that help you and many families put food on the table. Then they include other changes that Republicans did back in July and say, you also may have your benefits cut starting in November because of changes congressional Republicans and President Trump enacted in the One Big Beautiful Bill. Now, this is true. The Trump administration has discretionary funds available to them at the Department of Agriculture, but they are choosing to not issue them to try and pressure Democrats. The last time we had a government shutdown, which was in 2019, and that was for over a month, the administration back then use that funding so SNAP benefits wouldn't run out. So yes, they have the authority so that millions of people in this country do not go hungry, but they are choosing to not release that funding to try and pressure Democrats.
So mass holds have been activated. In response to the Hatch Act violation on the USDA website, Massachusetts has answered with their own message on their state site and their state, so no violation. Plus, it also is true. And it basically points out that dear old Dementia Daddy is choosing not to utilize the contingency reserves to fund benefits during this closure. And then it goes on to state that if they are cut for some reason, that you can basically thank the Red Team leaders and Dementia Daddy for their BBB. And I'm loving this energy. I feel like this should have been done before the passage of the BBB to educate people on the effects that it would have. But that's neither here nor there now, is it? So I look forward to seeing if other states follow suit.
I keep seeing posts that says the USDA says food stamps are not going to be dispersed on November 1st. They didn't just say that. Let's be very clear. When you go to the USDA website, this is what is on there. They are blaming Democrats and saying that they are holding out for mutilation procedures and illegal aliens. Like, it's not just like, oh, we're not going to disperse SNAP benefits in November. No, it is a targeted attack, even though Republicans have the House, they have the Senate, they literally have the presidency. This is a Republican-run administration, and yet they are blaming the Democrats and posting messages like this on official government websites. It is psychotic and dangerous and scary, and my heart breaks for those families. But this is propaganda, this is lies, and it should not be happening. I want people to realize just how insane this current situation is, and realize that we are in trouble. We are in trouble.
Is Trump going to give out SNAP benefits at the last minute to make himself look like the hero? It's definitely not out of the realm of possibility, but the theory alone doesn't quite explain why he would do such a thing. It's not to be altruistic, and we certainly know that it's not to end the government shutdown, because I think Republicans benefit more from the government being shut down than started back up again. There's one thing we know for sure about Donald Trump, is that he never does something for nothing. He's certainly holding SNAP benefits hostage as a bargaining chip, but I don't think the bargaining chip is to end the government shutdown. I think when push comes to shove and these SNAP benefits are actually cut off, and the Republicans that are on these SNAP benefits realize that no one is coming to the rescue, they're going to look to their leader, and he's going to have a solution for them. And this is the part where we're just talking, we're just throwing out ideas. Let's say Trump says, okay, I'm going to use these emergency funds that we could have used to pay everyone's SNAP benefits. I'm going to hand these emergency funds out to states, and I'm going to let them control those funds and decide how they divvy them out to everyone living in their state. But in order for you to access those funds, in order for me to send you money, you have to agree to something. And what's the one thing that he wants from all 50 states more than anything else right now? He wants control. He wants to be able to send in his men in uniform into those states. Okay? He wants National Guardsmen and military members in all 50 states. He wants approval from governors to be able to do that, because it's easier. It's easier to get it done when they say, yeah, go ahead and come in. What do you think is one really diabolical way to get every blue state governor to begrudgingly agree to total cooperation with ICE and Homeland Security? Tie it to SNAP benefits. Of course, given the choice, Donald Trump will want to look like the hero, especially to his supporters in red states. But of course, this is all dependent on whether or not the government remains shut down. And from where I'm sitting, they're not making any efforts to bring in the congressmen and senators back to work. So he really only has one or two options. He can leave everyone without SNAP benefits and watch his supporters starve, or make himself look like the hero. But he's not going to do any of that unless he gets something out of it.
The U.S. Department of Agriculture has just posted a statement to its website blaming the loss of food stamps on transgender people. Now, 42 million hungry people will log on wondering where their food stamp money went, and they're going to see a message blaming us for their hunger. This is atrocious. It's a deliberate attempt to drum up hatred towards trans people by the Trump administration in order to blame us for the shutdown and their hungry bellies. Let me be clear. How on earth can we be blamed for the shutdown? Trans people have so little political power in America, and this government has pushed many laws targeting our very existence over the last year. We don't have that kind of power. Of course, the real pressure here is that Trump wants Democrats to give up more of our rights and wants to make sure that billionaires get even more money while Obamacare subsidies expire and people go hungry. Meanwhile, he built a ballroom literally funded by those same billionaires for them to party at the White House while everybody else goes hungry. So the next time you see them blame us, transgender people, for your hunger, just take one look at the White House grounds and ask yourself who really has power here.
Well, two could play that game. When you go to the Massachusetts state website right now for SNAP, the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, formerly known as food stamps, users are now greeted with a message that responds to all those Hatch Act violations that Donald Trump's government has been doing on federal websites. The website blames Donald Trump and Republicans for refusing to issue SNAP and for cuts to the program in the One Big Beautiful Bill. As you can see here, it says President Trump is currently choosing to not issue November SNAP benefits that help you and many families put food on the table. And then the drop-down adds, you also may have your benefits cut starting in November because of changes congressional Republicans and President Trump enacted in the One Big Beautiful Bill. Now, Massachusetts, obviously run by Democrats, Democratic Governor Maura Healey. This is clearly a response to what Donald Trump's government has been doing. I mean, this right now is on the USDA's website. I know a lot of you have talked about this. It has this message right here that blames Senate Democrats for not funding the food stamp program, also known as SNAP. And then this message continues to lie and says that Democrats want to hold out for healthcare for illegal aliens and gender mutilation procedures rather than reopen the government and give people SNAP. And the Trump regime has done this across all their websites. I mean, this is the Department of Housing and Urban Development. They have this page right here that says the radical left in Congress shut down the government, blah, 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 blah. And so while I don't like seeing these messages on any websites, even state websites, it's nice to see that Democrats are fighting back and are playing by these same set of rules that Republicans are laying out. Spread the word, let me know what you think, and follow along for more.
Donald Trump is the first president in U.S. history to cut off SNAP benefits to people in America. So as of the end of next week, SNAP benefits are going to be frozen. They go away, and that affects millions and millions of people in America and certainly in Massachusetts. We're currently evaluating what we can do. Obviously, it's a time to give as much as you can to our food pantries who do a wonderful job. I'll be meeting with my anti-hunger strike force that I stood up a while ago to talk more with them about what we can do to feed families here. But it's unbelievable. The first time in American history that a president during a shutdown has cut off food to families. That's what's happening right now. It's a choice that Donald Trump is making. He can choose to reverse that. I strongly urge him to do so. Don't take food away from people. Don't take food off the table of Americans.
Yo guys, welcome back and thank you for watching the video. Knowing that President Trump has the funds to support this SNAP benefits is in his possession, but he is refusing to feed the poor, to feed those that are hungry is heartbreaking. Yes, officials are now emphasizing that past shutdown never resulted in benefits being cut off, even under the Republican and Democratic administration alike, that it has never resulted in cutting off benefits, in the sense that these benefits are helping a lot of people, a lot of households. Governor Healey is saying that we are fixing something unprecedented, and community leaders are just bracing for this fallout. That's one thing so spectacular and unique about this SNAP benefits being cut off, in the sense that the community leaders are bracing for the fallout. Food banks are now demanding for a new waves, and families are now struggling for a new way to survive in this November, because survival is now replacing living in the United States of America, simply because the president or the person who is in charge refused to disburse funds for people to feed, for people to pay their bills, for people that has been relying on, people that has been paying their taxes, people that has been, even the blacks that have been paying their taxes. The SNAP benefits are being cut off. So guys, like I said before, if today is your first time of seeing this video, please do well to hit the like button, to subscribe to our channel. Tell us what you think about this particular video in the comment section, and please like and share the video to help the channel out. You're welcome.